Hi, my name's Jason from shishaintheuk.co.uk and hookahpro.com, bringing you another review. Today, it's actually a two-part review. The first part will be Fantasia's Purple Haze Shisha tobacco review, and the second part will be, I think it's pronounced SOGUK Hookah attachment, Hookah hose attachment review. Right, start off with, I'll start with my equipment I'm currently using. I am using a KM tri-metal. Water in the base, heavy duty foils with 3 Coconara coals, a KM rainbow hose, extra long one, so HD foil, blah 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 blah, and a vortex bowl. Right, the cut of this Fantasia Purple Haze is a very stemmy cut, see the picture. It is, yeah, so it's very stemmy, short cut, but it's a typical Fantasia cut, and it's unbelievably juicy. I'm not going to get it out because my fingers are already stained red anyway, but it's a typical Fantasia juice because they're always very, very juicy, which gives good clouds, hence which I'll now show you. So Fantasia do some of the best clouds, I'll have to admit. If you've seen my previous Fantasia videos, review videos, I haven't been very impressed whatsoever. I have to admit, I went into this not expecting much, but the flavour is absolutely magic. It's a great flavour. Nothing like some other type of purple haze you might have heard of. But the buzz, there's little to no buzz. I have to admit, I did hold it a little bit at one point, and obviously I was going to get a little buzz from that anyway. But with Fantasia, there's no heat management issues whatsoever. Yeah, I have to admit, I've actually overloaded the bowl a couple of times and I've barely even burnt it. So it was actually quite impressive. Right, and the flavour is a wow. It's not a typical grapes, like you just pick a grape up type of thing, you know, from a market or whatever, fruit grape. It's not that. It's probably more like a Ribena grape. Not exactly, probably mixed between that and a normal Tesco value grape juice type of thing. But I'm not slating it, it's not bad. It is quite sweet, but I'm not a huge lover of sweet flavours, so even I like this flavour. Yeah, so it's not harsh at all if you manage it right, obviously. But again, you're not going to have a huge amount of problems with that. It's just a very nice, well-rounded flavour. Definitely my favourite Fantasia that I've tried so far. I've got a couple of other ones to try yet, which I have a Blueberry Splash by Fantasia and also have the Ace of Spades by Fantasia, which I've yet to open. But I think it was the Triple X and the Fantasia Purple Lemonade I didn't like at all. They're just bland. This has actually been going for about 20 minutes now, and the flavour doesn't die down. I smoked it the other night with a load of friends and whatnot, and we were smoking it for well over an hour, and I think, God knows how many rounds of cold we went through, and it was still beautiful the entire way through. So my overall rating has got to be a 9 out of 10, or 90%. For everything, even the clouds and the flavour. It's absolutely lovely. I'm definitely going to get this again, and I'm okay with smoking by myself, because normally I don't like smoking by myself all the time, because well, only with certain flavours, because it can get a bit much. It's not a hugely strong flavour. I'd say give the strength between a 7 and 8 out of 10. It's not overwhelming, but it's just strong enough to enjoy. Right. As you can see now, I've got the plastic attachment on here. Normally what I might do is I would take this out and I actually have a glass attachment, which is very, very nice. Say that, I'll put that in the end. It does reduce the pull a little bit, but it also cools down the smoke very, very mildly. Which again, that's also very nice. But if you're going to get one of those yourself, may I recommend don't use it for parties, because hoses can get dropped and whatnot, and it doesn't ever go very well. But there's no harshness with this, but I will show you what happens when I attach the SOGUK Ice Hose attachment. Now, what you do, take this out, and this is the product. It's a SOGUK hose, if that's how I'm pronouncing it. Now, you may have seen these ice hose attachment before. This is I think this is an enamel hose tip. It's still very, very good. You've seen me using this in previous reviews, if you've seen my other ones. It's very good. This, you see, you put this in the freezer and it lasts about half an hour. So I've actually got one of these, and it's very, very good. But I did then, thank you very much to the guys from Soguk-Europe for sending this out to me. What you do is put this onto here, like so, like that, and you plonk it in there, like that. The only thing is, it does put a bit of weight in. It can go further, but I haven't done it very well and it might get jammed. But right, like that. Now, it does put a bit of weight onto the end. You can hold it. This, you say you put this into the freezer for about 5 to 6 hours, something like that. That's what I do normally, and I'll show you the clouds. So I've heard people say it affects the clouds, but I haven't noticed any difference at all. It's just like breathing in very, very cold smoke, and it is lovely, especially if you don't like, especially if you've got a flavour that can get quite harsh for you, or if you're not 100% on managing your bowl. This is lovely, and everyone's always asking me to attach this all the time because these are absolutely fantastic. They're $29.99 each. You can get them all different colours like this. This edition is actually the slim edition. I haven't seen the main edition, but to be honest with you, you don't want anything bigger than that. That is absolutely beautiful. They run for $29.99 each normally. Soguk-Europe.com, and you'll find out all the full information from there. But you can hold it there. To be honest with you, I tend to like to hold it there because it does warm up slightly and does last longer. This, I've heard this can last anywhere 1, 2, 3, 4 hours, whatever. But I tend to like to use it for about an hour, hour and a half. It'll last a full session plus a little bit more, quite easily. Doesn't mess up the flavour at all. It does take the edge off, so it might dull it down slightly, but not enough to significantly notice. It only cools it down very, very nicely. So overall, I'll give this product rating a 95% because it is absolutely great. It is slightly more expensive than this one, but to be honest with you, even this is very good. I'm not slating this at all. It's a very good idea because this is, I think that's just water inside there, water packets and crystals and whatnot. I think there's actually a synthetic one inside in here because it has got a tube running through the middle. And there's like a synthetic freezing thing there. I think it's silicone. Don't quote me on that, I think it is. But yeah, very, very good. Very cooling. I'd say it's worth the investment, especially if you enjoy your shisha, and especially if you have guests around smoking it as well, because not everyone's going to enjoy the fact that it might get a bit harsh, and a lot of people just say no to shisha because of that fact. But this, everyone would love this. One thing I will note is to take this out of here, you can attach it to pretty much any hose, obviously within reason. Got the washer stuck on there. Yeah. So if you have this type of hose, what you do, just slip it on the end there, and you're away. Or even if you have that type of hose, if you're having it a little bit longer with this bit extended, just put that on there like that, and you're away. Absolutely brilliant. It all attached quite easy, and all you do is rinse it under the tap, give it a bit of a shake, stick it back in the freezer, and you're away. So yeah, the Fantasia, great, that's a 90%, and this, well, every shisha smoker should have one of these. So thank you very much for watching. Any more questions, you're more than welcome to ask me, please, in the comments below. Visit my website, which is shishaintheuk.co.uk. Subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Cheers and bye.